Shifting our focus now to some more news, in fact, coming in. According to media reports, Russian President Vladimir Putin has met with Donald Trump's special envoy, Steve Witkoff, in the Kremlin. An explosive device targeted a parked car near Moscow, killing senior Russian General Yaroslav Moskalik, the deputy head of the main operational directorate of the military's general staff. The investigative committee, which handles major crimes, has opened a murder investigation following the blast. Authorities are also looking into potential explosive smuggling. In another development, Russia's security services have arrested a Romanian citizen on suspicion of espionage. The FSB claims the individual was conducting intelligence activities for Ukrainian special services. Tensions between Moscow and Bucharest have escalated recently, particularly after allegations of Russian interference in Romania's presidential election. Meanwhile, Kyiv's Major Vitaly Klitschko has suggested that Ukraine may need to temporarily relinquish land as part of a peace deal with Russia. On the diplomatic front, Russia's foreign minister said Moscow is open to negotiating a deal to end the war in Ukraine, following a rare public statement from US President Donald Trump urging President Vladimir Putin to halt attacks. This comes after the deadliest strikes on Kyiv in months. NATO General Secretary Mark Rutte has echoed the sentiment, stating it's Russia, not Ukraine, that must take the next steps in peace talks. US President Donald Trump, in his latest remarks, emphasized his efforts to apply pressure on Russia, calling Moscow's agreement not to seize all of Ukraine a big concession. President of the United States of America, Donald Trump, has sat down with Time for an exclusive interview at the White House on the 22nd of April. During the conversation, he covered a variety of topics, including his trade war and economic policies, immigration, the balance of presidential power, and ongoing situations in Ukraine and the Middle East. Now, let's focus on the specific discussions surrounding the Russia-Ukraine conflict. Dr. Sergei Dvorinov, president of IDC Russia and director WHT International Board, joins us live from Moscow. What do you make of what the US president has said on the conflict, sir?
Yes, thank you for your question. It's most important to tell, just yesterday I hosted some Indian delegation, and all questions from Indian delegation was about case in Kashmir. And we can see this proxy war start in different places of the world. And we're in the similar position. I want just to remind you the history, that before Bharat civilization was one, India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, you know, and the British politicians, they unfortunately destroyed this country and divided this country to different parts. And right now we can see that the conflict Russia with Ukraine was very well organized during last 20 years by British politicians. Even right now, they still guide the Mr. Zelensky, who is not president, he's formal president of Ukrainian nation. And Mr. Lavrov, our Minister of External Affairs, he, in his speech, he mentioned that right now he can see that Donald Trump is so educated, so learned, so responsible politician, so unique, and only one leader in the world who completely deeply understands the roots of the conflicts, you know, historical roots of this conflict. Because we should put down our attention, and we should do some deep research how this conflict was organized, especially by British politicians. And we can see that proxy war also start, and they want to put specially pressure under the Pakistan and
yes, we'll come to Pakistan in just a bit. We'll come to Pakistan in just a bit, Dr. Dvorinov. I want to talk though about this statement by the United States President. What do you believe it makes on the US position on the current negotiations?
See, first of all, we can see that right now is very unique historical time when the Western Alliance is not, we cannot see unity in the Western Alliance, because right now America completely against Eurofascism, because all European leaders, they joined to this fascism movement. It's unfortunately, it's a very sad situation, because our condition to make peace on Ukraine with Ukraine nation and Ukraine country, it's very similar. We should remove this fascism. We should don't allow to Ukraine join to NATO, because of security of our country. And Donald Trump confirmed in his speeches a lot of times that also he completely agree with this condition of Vladimir Putin, that Ukraine should have a neutral position, neutral state, and never join to NATO. It's very simple. That's why, of course, our Minister of External Affairs, he confirms that the vision of Donald Trump is similar like a vision of Vladimir Putin. And right now we can see that a conflict in Western alliance between America and Europe will be increasing and increasing and increasing.
Dr. Dverinov, thank you very much for joining us with your perspective on that big story.